Hello everybody, it's Daniel here, and welcome on back to Showdown Sunday, competitive Pokemon battling each week on Sunday. This week we're using a team that I used years and years back, but I thought I'd revise it a bit just for Gen 6. This is a Gen 5 team that I used kind of towards the earlier days of it. You may even remember that there was Showdown Sunday years and years back that featured a team very similar to this one. But basically I've gone and revamped it a bit, and it's got a lot of things that you just don't generally see. Because of that, it's kind of a bit tricky to deal with. Now, if you are familiar with all these Pokemon, the team kind of lacks a bit of oomph to it. But if they don't know all of the sets on these things, it can be quite tricky. So, diving on into it, we got a Breloom to start it off. This is actually the Sub-Focus Punch set of Breloom, the Sub-Focus Punch set of Breloom anyway. It's like a very old thing, going as far back as Gen 4, and this thing just hits like a truck. It's very, very strong. A lot of people expect Technician Breloom these days, this catches them off guard. For the core, we have a trio of Skarmory, Heatran, and a Jellicent, which is the really unusual one you may not have seen in a while. Now, there's nothing too out of the ordinary with the Skarmory and the Heatran. They're kind of standard sets. We've got Spike support here, we've got Lava Plume, Stealth Rock, and Toxic on the Heatran. One's a physically defensive wall, one's specially defensive. The Jellicent's interesting though, because if you look at the set on this, it's only got a Scald and Ice Beam for attacking moves, but it's also got Acid Armor to increase its defense, and it's actually a specially defensive tank that then gains extra defense just through Acid Armor. Now the reason this spells in the end for a lot of teams is because Water Ghost is an awkward type to get around for a lot of types. Like, you see a lot of like water fighting aggressive Pokemon these days. Something like Jellicent just almost shuts them down entirely, and it's just a very awkward Pokemon to deal with because of that. Particularly against things like a Gyarados, because you actually have the Acid Armor, so you're going to be able to outpace their Dragon Dances and basically just kind of live through it and get him with a combination of burns from Scald and maybe the occasional freeze from the Ice Beam. It's a very bulky thing though, it's very often underestimated, and it synergizes well with the rest of the core because they all kind of protect each other, so that's kind of nice. The round of the team is kind of like the revisions I've made over the years, and basically how this team's been revised for Gen 6. We have a Mega Manectric here because I needed something that was a strong hitter, a Mega Evolution, and give me some sort of access to switching so I can switch into other things on my team. And the candidates were either this or Mega Scizor. I kind of just preferred this because we were lacking a bit of special attack on this team, so I thought it would just work a little bit better. But it's basically just like standard set for Volt Switch, T-Bolt, Flamethrower, Hidden Power, Ice. Last thing we've then got is this Latios. It's kind of like a trick set similar to the one I used last week. The idea is that this hits very strong, and if you need to shut down a wall, you've got a trick on it. And I slapped an EQ on it as well because I didn't actually have one on the team, and I just wanted a bit more physical damage on it. Because, yeah, I know saying that we were trying to get a bit more special attack, but really we could use a bit more physical presence. It does seem to be a special hitting team more than anything else, so it's kind of okay. But that's the team anyway. I've had like a relative amount of success with it, so let's dive on into a couple of matches and see if we can show it off. Okay, what we got this time? Very aggressive looking team, oh my god. So Sucker Punch set, it's the fact that it's a regular Thunderous means it probably has Life Orb, Mega Medicham. Wow, yeah, this guy's just packed as much power as he can, hasn't like an Excadrill on his team for just some Stealth Rocks and Rapid Spin support. Ooh, this is aggressive. Okay, Mega Manetric's probably going to be a good lead though. It's a good lead at any rate because we have just a lot of things that we can do. We don't want to stay in here because, like, obviously it might end badly. But what we can basically do is switch into Skarmory and be free to break his balloon. It's actually going to be quite a good, nice advantage for us to have because it means that Latios can finish it off later. So we definitely want to go for that. This looks like a hyper-offensive team though, so we're going to want to kind of treat it in that way. Like, his game plan is basically to deal as much damage as he humanly can. And he's not going to be able to touch us here, and it's very likely I might just go for a Rapid Spin, so we actually play it a little aggressive ourselves. Let's just break the balloon. There we go, it's gone. It's a good start for us. And we're going to want to get in at least one layer of spikes right away. He can go back to that thing later if he likes. He's going to go into the Bisharp, which is actually kind of interesting. I don't think the Bisharp can touch us at the moment. What's it got? It can get set up behind a sub, but even then we can Whirlwind out. Yeah. We're honestly free to set up another thing of spikes here. This guy actually can't touch us much. Let's just Whirlwind him away. He can Whirlwind. Oh wow, he actually has a knockoff. Okay. Well, they changed Bisharp sets a bit since I last played. That's for sure. My god. That was unfortunate then. Okay, he's got his rocks up. He's probably just going to want a Volt Switch or something there. I'll go for T-Bolt. Okay, what hits him strongest? I mean, I guess we could go Draco. Yeah, Draco. We'll definitely live that, so we're actually alright. Just fire off a Draco, get rid of that. We're good. So that's one of his hyper-offensive team gone. And it's basically going to be like very risky trades like this. I knew I could definitely live like a HP Ice if he went for it. It's going to be tough just to work against this though. Because like now is his chance to get in the Rapid Spin. We actually go out straight out to the Jellicent, predicting it. Yeah, he is going to go for it, so we actually deny him that, which is very nice. This is just another one of those teams where like a Scold is very much appreciated. What's his biggest counter? The Manaphy or the Superior? If he's playing it hyper offensively, then the best bet for him is actually to switch straight into Superior. The reason being is that if he does that, he can just Leaf Storm me down. Oh wow, he's actually just going to EQ. That's kind of surprising. I actually didn't expect that. I didn't expect him to stay in, because I didn't think he'd be able to do enough. Like, we're still kind of okay here, though. We can just go straight out into, like, the Skarmory for a moment or two. Yeah, sure enough, we're grand. And he can get rid of the spikes this turn. Oh, he can actually kill me with a Rapid Spin as well. Oh, that's bad. What do we do? We get back out to Mega Manectric and we kind of just work it from there. This thing's honestly equipped. Now that Thunderous is down, this thing can actually deal with most of his team with relative ease. He's going to go for the Rapid Spin. I think there's no question about that. Yep, sure enough. I don't mind if he gets rid of the spikes. It's honestly okay. It's more so the Stealth Rock that I need to get up later. Actually, spikes probably would have been more useful. The fact we can Mega Evolve now, though, like, this just puts us in a very, very strong standing to do anything, because this is down low enough where a Flamethrower will kill it. So we kind of just go for it. No matter what he switches into, we have an answer for it with this Mega Manectric. We basically need to weaken his Superior just a tad, and then we'll be equipped to finish off his team. He can go into that if he wants, I guess, sure. But he's probably just going to go for the Sucker Punch. With that in mind, honestly, the best bet is to go to something like Breloom. Because if we go to Breloom, then he's probably going to go counterplay out to the Superior. And that means we can just like get behind a sub. Yeah, he's going to Sucker Punch here, so that's honest to God fine. We can get the Toxic off. It's like now, like predicting the Spore, because every Superior, well, every Breloom runs that. We just sub. Oh, he's going to stay in. I mean, if he stays in, like, it's honestly fine as well, though, because we'll just Spore him now. He knows I have sub, so that he's kind of like forced to go for it. That's honest to God fine with me. Most likely switches then. He could go to Superior. He could just still go to that Medicham, and I'm kind of worried about that, because if he goes to Medicham, a Focus Punch isn't actually going to deal much. I want to see what he goes for, and to do that, I'm actually going to go for an unprotected Focus Punch. Oh wow, he's actually just going to stay in. My god, he did not care about that Bisharp. That seemed like a waste, because that was actually a really good answer to something like my Latios. Actually, the Latios is dead already, I guess, but it's still a pretty good thing to have. Definitely an answer to Manectric. We're just going to take it out, though. We could have got up another sub there, but like it's still kind of okay, because now he's going to go into his Medicham. And he's probably going to go for the Fake Out the first round. And the unfortunate thing is here, he will be faster after he Mega Evolves. Actually, he could be faster right now. Yeah, so I guess if he has the Ice Punch, it's kind of bad. Okay, so we do have to play this a particular way again. Jellicent served most of its purpose at this stage. There's not going to be that much use against something like the Superior. And it'll kind of help against a Manaphy, but still not great. Oh wow, we're actually going to survive this. Well, this is weird. Maybe he'll do something weird. We'll just go for a Recover in the off chance he like does something completely wrong here. No, I'll just go straight for another Ice Punch. Okay. Well, I mean, for getting this thing down, we kind of just want to switch in our Manectric as often as we can. And basically just rack up damage. Like, the attack drop is going to be lovely here. Just go for a Volt Switch. We basically just need damage off in this thing. And we have enough things on our team that we can actually sack at this point. Where we can pretty much just win just from a series of switches with the Mega Manectric. Like, it is the strongest thing we have at the moment against this team. Just because it's fast. There's really not much you can actually do here. If he stays in, then he can probably just gonna go... We can just, like, straight off, like, sack this Armory or something like that. Like, look at that. That's gonna be so much damage. Like, we can just sack off whatever here. Like, because there's no way that either of these things will live. So, goodbye, Skarmory. Just get rid of that. Oh, he actually went for a high jump kick, but it failed! That should count as a high jump miss. I'm just saying. You can't just have it so it failed. My god. Okay, yeah, we just Volt Switch again. Actually, we don't even Volt Switch this time. We just T-Bolt. Yeah. He's got a Bullet Punch, but we want to keep this thing in. We want to avoid switching when we can. We had to switch the first time because we wanted to avoid the damage. But now we're just pretty much safe to do that. If he switches into Superior... Like, we still have this Heatran, which is actually going to be very, very nice against it. And basically, we just Volt Switch and we get Toxic off on both of these things, and that's pretty much how we're going to win this game. This thing can't really touch the Heatran, unless it's running like Hidden Power Ground, unless it's that one guy. Like, we are very, very safe here. And like, even if he gets a couple of Leaf Storms off and raises his special attack, like, he's not going to be doing much damage to this guy. And Mega Manectric will still be able to finish off with a Flamethrower, provided we get a bit of damage. Oh, he's the one guy running Hidden Power Ground, it seems. Well, that's interesting. That is very interesting. Okay, well, what we basically do then is we get another Volt Switch off on it. Oh, it actually raises attack, that's kind of funny. We get another Volt Switch off on it, and then we're in the range where Flamethrower is guaranteed to kill him. Right, so we sack this. And we're pretty much good. He's trying to Giga Drain for some HP back, but sadly it's not going to work, my man. Let's raise his attack some more. Yeah, we can just Flamethrower from this range now, and we've kind of got him. Get some T-Bolts off on the Manaphy, and we're pretty much good. Actually a question, do we want a T-Bolt? He could have an Ice Beam, and there's a chance that it could actually win in case of like Speed Ties or something like that. So we actually want to Volt Switch first. Yeah, we do. It seems to be a bit more aggressive if it took that much damage. We just want to play it this way in case he does do something terrible. Like, we're still pretty much set to win. We just go for the C-Bomb. And yeah, he actually does have the Ice Beam, so if we didn't do that, then we probably would have lost there. Because we would have switched into Breloom, and that's slightly faster. And we're just barely going to, like, scrape it through to finish the game with a T-Bolt. My god, one with 2%. So yeah, the fact that we avoided that couple of one or two switches on this Mega Manectric means that we just narrowly won the game. So that was very, very close. Like, we did have to actually... Probably should have paid a bit more attention to that. I didn't think it would be that close. But we still managed to take that team out. It's like, that was like a very offensive team, and we still managed to do very, very well. Mega Manectric was like the MVP there. Like, it's surprisingly good. You just don't hear much about it. Let's dive on in for another game. Okay, looks like we're up that fearsome all shiny team, and... Oh god, it's a Volcanion. I didn't even know that was allowed yet. Okay, and that's gonna make this game interesting. I have no idea what this does. I'm gonna assume just because it looks like a slower Pokemon that's a bulky thing, but... Okay, well... Baby steps. We've got a Mega Lopunny, we've got the Weavile as well. So there's a lot of aggression on this team, and sort of walls in the system of this Landorus, Zapdos, and possibly Jirachi. Maybe the Volcanion, I don't actually know. I kind of want to lead with this guy in case he leads with the Lopunny. He's actually going to go lead with the Zapdos. Okay. That doesn't work out the way I thought it would. I mean, we're still kind of good here, though, because we can just switch into this chap, and now we're very, very strong. So the Landorus is actually like a really good switch in for him. But we're just going to Mega Evolve and go very straight for the Hidden Power Ice. Because I think that's like too obvious of a switch in. So we're just going to play it by ear. Yeah, sure enough he's going to do it, but we have a Hidden Power Ice, so we can just like very easily predict that. And down it goes. So that's like the biggest counter to like stuff like Breloom. Immediately. And we're done. Well, let's dive on in for another game then. We predicted too well. Okay, it looks like we have more of a bulky team this time. We have a Weavile, which is going to hit us fast and hard. Mega Alakazam, which is interesting. I've been seeing a lot more Dugtrios lately, which is just very, very interesting. It's like, it's a trapper from like Gen 4, but like, you just haven't see it that often anymore. Seems to be finding a place in like the new meta. We have a Crawdont as well and a Keldeo. A lot of water type coverage. He seems to be lacking a lot of types though here. Like this is mainly like a water and dark type team in regards to his moves. He doesn't have like any fire type moves unless the Alakazam has it. Doesn't have any fighting apart from the Keldeo. He just seems to lack a lot of coverage on this team. A lot of like the types that you just traditionally have are just kind of absent here. Okay, well we can bear that in mind going forward. He might just want to lead with the Weavile here, and truth be told, I don't really have anything that appreciates going in against a Weavile that much. So probably just having to go with Skarmory. Oh, he's gonna leave with Alakazam. Oh, okay. Well, this is interesting. What's he gonna do here then? There's a potential he could just sub up. He could just go for a Focus Blast right away. I'm gonna Whirlwind as a sort of scout. Let's see what he wants to do. He's gonna Trace our Sturdy. I mean, sure. Hidden Power Fire. Okay, so we predicted that much. So more aggressive Alakazam set anyway. Just from the fact that he went straight for the Hidden Power Fire. I didn't try to set up or anything, which you would normally do against the Skarmory, because I'm not really gonna be able to hurt you in return. So that's really good information to know. This guy pretty much counters him. Is he running Hidden Power Electric? God, that's weird. That is really weird to see. Okay, well, let's get the Scald off. He can't really hurt us much past that. He's going to go straight into his Skarmory. If we get a burn here, then we're doing fantastically well. Sadly, not to be. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this Jellicent's actually going to be a really good answer to just a couple of things on this team. We can Acid Armor up to sort of like dodge the potential Weaviles and Crawdons just setting up in our face. For a Skarmory, we kind of just want to Scald again, because he's guaranteed pretty much to get Stealth Rock up. Oh, that's very nice. Okay. So he's kind of forced to go for the Roost here. But even if he goes for the Roost, it's actually not too great for him. He has a Custap Berry! Oh, this guy is trying some stuff. I like this. Okay, Custap Berry, Skarmory. Get in that layer of spikes before you go down. That is interesting. Okay, we got a Weavile now. Oh, that's so interesting. I've never seen someone do that. Okay, well, Skarmory's probably not going to be much use in general. I mean, you can't just Dugtrio, but I mean, if we're going to sack anything, it might as well be that. We do have a real problem with actually contesting with this. The fact that it's a knockoff. I mean, I guess Heatran can counter it. They occasionally pack like the Cross Chop or something like that. But what we can basically do is we can protect first. Actually, if we protect first... you see, there's still the risk of that Dugtrio. This guy's been playing it weird. He's been playing the move that like hits the most amount of stuff. I've kind of just noticed that. What do I switch in here? I don't know. I'm stumped. Okay, go for the Lava Plume. Okay, he's just gonna go straight for the Dugtrio. I mean, it's still... Oh! Oh, it's still okay! That is amazing, the fact that we got that burn. He has another Custap Berry! What is going on? Why would you ever run a Custap Berry on a Dugtrio? I am so interested in this man's team. My god. You just don't see this kind of stuff. Okay, let's go into Breloom. I think we're kind of safe to Spore here. He's probably just going to go straight for Crab Hammer or something like that. Yeah, sure enough. That's honestly fine. Ooh, although he might have Aqua Jet. I didn't consider that. Yeah, he does. Okay. Bit rusty on the old Crawdont movesets, but we're okay. We're okay. We're still good here, I think. I think actually the game plan from here is just to send out the Latias as much as we can and just rack up damage. Seems to be one of those teams. We could also just switch into the Manectric, because we have a pretty easy time. Yeah, I kind of actually like this play a little more. Just go straight into Manectric, get the Mega Evolution off. And we'll basically just T-Bolt against whatever he likes to do. Just gonna go straight into the Alakazam? I mean, that's fine, I guess. Oh! Oh no! Oh my god! Outplayed! Oh, I think that might be GG. I don't know what I can do against this guy now. That is awful. Lightning Rod Alakazam. This is like the saddest way to go out. We basically need him to miss the Focus Blast or we're done. Like, protect first. Get a bit more HP recovery. Okay, he's just gonna go for the Psychic. He doesn't actually have the Focus Blast. Okay. Okay, we're good. Psychic do 29% damage. After Leftovers recovery and a Protect, we can actually live a little bit more. This is really important information. Because we basically get a move in. What move are we gonna get in now? What do we actually need to KO the rest of his team? We need this thing alive, for one. Which makes it a bit more problematic because he does have that Weavile. Go for the Lava Plume, get some more damage in. I think that's going to be vital for dealing with the Alakazam. Okay, that's good. We protect again. He can switch out if he wants. That's actually fine. In fact, he switches to Keldeo is even better because we'll get a chance to switch this thing in later again. I was worried he switched to something like the Weavile. So we can still utilize this for something later. Last time we went straight to the Jellicent. He's probably going to try and predict the round at this time and maybe go double switch out to the Weavile. The best play is actually to be dumb and just stay in with a Lava Plume here. I think he's going to overpredict. No, he's going to go for the Scald. Okay, we tried. We did try to get that right. We go for the Latios then. And I mean, we just got to go for Dracos. We gotta deal damage on this team. We don't have any hazards. We have a Latios, a Manectric, and a Jellicent left. And Jellicent is just waiting to die against a team like this. Like, my god. Poor Mr. Pringles. It was not your day today. Yeah, I was honest to god just expected him to overpredict there, though. So it's kind of unfortunate. We get the Draco off successfully, which is really good. Keldeo is just down. Although I guess it's not that great because Keldeo is the one thing we did actually have like a solid answer to. Now we have a problem that this thing might have Pursuit. A lot of Weaviles do. We need to deal more damage. We have to Draco again. Damn it, it's in the off chance he had that. I'm over-predicting myself now. This is really bad. He might kill us from this range. But damn it, we gotta try. It's gonna be close in terms of damage. If he switches into Alakazam right away, then... Oh, he switched straight into Alakazam! That's actually really good, because that was the only way we were gonna be able to deal with that. That was like a really fast thing on his team. He's gonna go straight into the Crawdaunt now. He's just looking to get some Aqua Jet damage off before he shortly dies. It's gonna be up to Mr. Pringles to kill the Weavile. That's what this game comes down to. He's gonna The Aqua Jet killed! What is going on? I did not expect that to kill. I really didn't expect that to kill. We have to do the Acid Armor setup. We first need to recover. Hopefully not die immediately from a crunch. And then we have to Acid Armor. We actually have to... We have to use this Jellicent's one weird trick to win this game. Is it even correct to go for that move? No, it's actually not. Because if he has something like the crunch, then... Well, he disconnected. Oh no, don't do that! This is such a good game! He has a minute to reconnect. Maybe it's just his internet. I hope it's actually his internet. I want to see the resolution of this. We have seen a Custap Berry Dugtrio today, for God's sake. Like... I want to see this game to its end. I don't want to win by default. Stop the timer. Stop the timer. I can't stop the timer. It's not actually working. He has to be back for me to stop the timer. Showdown, you lied to me. It's given me no time at all for them to reconnect. Oh, the humanity of it all. This man had one of the most interesting teams I've seen in a very long time. Just with the sheer creativity of it. And we're not going to be able to see him, like, potentially win this game. Because his internet cut out. Oh, I didn't want to... I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that at all. Because that was such an interesting team to fight against. I wanted to see it through. I wanted to see what other moves like the Crawdon had and the Weavile. Did it actually have Pursuit? Oh my god, that was like a really interesting match. That's probably going to go in the video just because that was such an interesting team. I know it's a kind of like a not satisfying end to it. Just to have him, like, his internet cut out. But that was such an interesting team. My god. Mama Bottles Pasta, if you have heard of RTGame, go have a look, because you will be able to see this match. Please, I want to rebattle you. That was such an interesting game. And on that rather tragic end note, I think we're going to have to leave it for Showdown Sunday this week. That's all I've got time for in terms of battles, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a very fun team to just use again, though, because it's got kind of like an old sort of Gen 5 core that still holds up relatively well. Like, it mainly holds up because people just don't expect some of these things. Like, things like the Jellicent is just kind of not expected these days. The Sub-Focus Punch Breloom is not really as common as it was back in the day. And stuff like Mega Manetric just kind of being in the spotlight is just always very nice to have, because a lot of people underestimate this Pokemon, and it's very, very strong. Like, it can cause a lot of damage quite quickly, and it's just got some strong attacking moves and good coverage. So I've really enjoyed using this team, though. I hope you enjoyed it too, and that's going to be it for this week. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you at something new soon. Goodbye, and thank you so much for watching.